Mercury will be in retrograde 4 times in 2022. Oh boy, looks like 2022 will be interesting. Mercury retrograde will happen 4 times in 2022. Here's what you need to know, including Mercury retrograde, what it means, and the dates and everything. What does Mercury retrograding mean? When Mercury does a retrograde? Well, I'm not sure, but we will find out. Whether you're someone who is known for asking for a person's exact time and place of birth within 5 minutes of meeting them, or you have been asked those questions and had absolutely no idea why a stranger at the bar would need that info. You've most likely heard of the astronomical phenomenon known as Mercury retrograde, along with the mayhem that is so said to accompany it. This strange event, often dreaded by astrologers, refers to an optical illusion in which Mercury appears to move backward in its orbit relation to Earth. Astronomers call it apparent retrograde motion, and it's not exclusive to the planet Mercury. However, to astrologers, Mercury's retrograde periods tend to cause inexplicable mishaps and tribulations. So, if you're someone who is fiercely determined to avoid as many obstacles sent down by the universe as possible, you want to know exactly when you should be on the lookout for the times when Mercury is in retrograde. That's weird. That is mind-boggling. Okay? I know the substance mercury that's in a thermometer, and fish and things have a little mercury in them and stuff, and it's a natural occurring substance. But then you also have the planet Mercury, and you have a Roman god of commerce that was named Mercury. Mercury is the smallest and closest planet to the sun in the solar system. So in our solar system, Mercury is the one that's closest and smallest to the sun. It almost looks like a big rock. But who knows what goes on. Everything is for a purpose with these planets. We find out. Mercury has a weak magnetic field, whose strength is about 1% of the magnetic field of Earth. Wow, so nothing really sticks to it. It doesn't. Oh no, I don't. What's a magnetic field? A magnetic field is a vector field that describes the magnetic influence on moving electric charges, electric current, and magnetic materials. A moving charge in a magnetic field experiences a force perpendicular to its own. See, here's the thing: the sun and all that, and all these other factors are what determines how some metals, like, isn't that weird how this magnet can pull metal towards it and all that? It's pull and push. It's got some weird thing. Okay, that sun is very strong, and and I don't even know how to explain it, but the sun is very strong and it affects our whole, depending on how close or how far you are from certain things, and the sun being one of them, I guess affects like your magnetic field. Like, so that means that magnets don't even work near. See, the farther you get away sort of from the sun, I think the stronger the magnets must be or something. The metal. Because the metal must be developed quite possibly from the sun, because everything on Earth developed and grew from day and night with the sun, and the sun grows things. So, and metal is almost like metal grows, believe it or not, I think. Um, like an ore. Um, see? Like it's just like crystals. You wonder where metal comes from, and people say metal is like a naturally occurring substance, every metal or whatever, and they have to mine all these different metals, steel and not just gold, every metal they got to mine it and stuff, and it grows within the earth. It's this substance, metal. Okay. There's so much cool metals you can search up, and there's liquid metals and metals that react. So something created this metal, a crazy, and there's a lot of it too. A lot of metal. There's not like, yeah, it's expensive, but they have enough metal if you got the money for it. So the metal's there, and it came. There's only so much metal that the Earth produced. Okay. The temperature during the day on Mercury can reach 840 degrees. So that is impossible for us to live on unless we have like some super air conditioning thing that'll never go out that can withstand like almost 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit. But at night, temperatures get as low as minus 275 Fahrenheit. Whoa! So it goes all the way from insanely hot, like we wouldn't even like it only gets to about 110 degrees Fahrenheit at maximum. Usually, the hottest it gets on our Earth where we live is about 100 degrees. So 800, that's 800 times that we wouldn't survive because at 100 and something degrees, everybody's dying, all the old people are dying, we need air conditioning and all that. And then it goes all the way at nighttime at a flick of the hat to minus 275 degrees. That's crazy. So, what is the rotation going on? See, I don't know anything about Mercury. Orbital distance 35.98 million miles from the sun. So, still millions of miles from the sun. Because if it wasn't, it would burn up, wouldn't it? Gravity, surface area 28.88 square miles. It's not even that big, I don't think. It's pretty small. Messenger, which is, I guess, one of our pieces of equipment as humans, orbited Mercury over 4,000 times in 4 years before exhausting its fuel and crashing into the planet's surface on April 30th, 2015. Hopefully, we got a lot of information about that. 4,000 times over 4 years. Wow. So that means 4,000 divided by 4. That means that orbited, went all the way around Mercury, the entire thing, 1,000 times a year. So that's multiple times a day because there's only 365 days in a year. So now what you do is you do 1,000 divided by 365. And that is 2.7. So they did about 2.7 to about 3 full orbits around Mercury every day for a year, for 4 years. That's a lot of work, and it was really doing it. Anyway, quickly, before we run out of time, let's look at the Wiki Images. Let's see some more images of Mercury. Wow, so there's some cool pictures of it. Look at this one. This one looks like my cool new tattoo. I got a cool new tattoo of Saturn. I wonder what brings up all those cool colors. Is it the telescope? It's just sort of like it looks blue in some areas. It looks gray in some. Mercury. Mercury, everyone. This is the planet we live in. This is the there's we live in a survival game and there's so many different aspects to life, just like all those video games you would play. And this is the game of space. And that is